Greetings, traders, and thank you for joining with me today. My name is Mohan, and I am a trading developer, a software developer, and also I write a newsletter that has been very popular since 2002. Been in the business for 14 years in the trading industry. Today I am specifically setting up this brief webinar to show you how we operate our services, our Mohan's Precision Trading Services, and particularly talking about the Boomerang Day Trader. That's a software that I developed back in 2009, and it has evolved into what it is today, which I'll show you in a minute. It's quite exciting. We have my newsletter, which is called the Daily Directional Forecast, which tells traders exactly where the market's going before the opening bell each day. I've been doing it, as mentioned, for 14 years. Now, I know that sounds a little bit astounding, and a lot of people still think that nobody knows where the market's going the next day, but I've proved in our archives that over 14 years we have been calling the exact direction of the market with a tremendous amount of precision in the calls. In fact, here's an audit that was done not too long ago, and it shows an average of about 80% perfect or near perfect market calls going back over this extended period, which was from about a 6-year period from 2005 to 2011. So it's quite exciting, and I love doing the newsletter every day. And while I was doing that, I found that a lot of traders wanted very specific means to go in and see these markets and how they work. You can see on these charts here the different calls. So instead of offering traders just a call with an exact directional forecast and prices, I developed the Boomerang Day Trader. Now, Boomerang Day Trader is a dynamic software that shows traders how to enter the market at specific price levels based on indicators and everything. I developed this blog, which is quite extensive. It has a whole video tutorial library that shows traders the different 5-minute tutorials on how to pick trades in the market. And we also have some webinars that are posted on here that also describes how to use Boomerang Day Trader very specifically. So this session here today, I'm going to show you exactly my Boomerang Day Trader and how it works. I just wanted you to see the blog and my website so you can refer to those if you have any questions. We have a lot of resources and information, and it's just very exciting. We have testimonials that date back many, many years from floor traders as shown here. Here's a floor trader named James Flynn who loves our work. He loves my newsletter and our other services, and he's volunteered to give his endorsement for us. And we have many other endorsements that go back talking about Boomerang Day Trader and how effective it is in working the markets. We appreciate all those. I've actually stopped updating the tutorial or the endorsements after a while because I get them every day. They come in every day, which is quite great. I really appreciate that so much. So right now I'd like to get to our Boomerang Day Trader, which is pictured right here. I'm going to go over all the details of how Boomerang Day Trader works so you can understand exactly how, if you were to purchase Boomerang Day Trader, you can make exact precision calls. Now, this chart I'm showing here is a NASDAQ chart. We use NinjaTrader. And if you need a free trial, we have that resource on our blog where you can click and get a free trial with a respected firm that we've worked with for some time, who I know personally. Very reputable firm and a group that will help you get set up on a free Ninja trial right away. Now, the way Ninja works is once you can use it for free while you're operating and testing your Boomerang Day Trader, and then when you decide to trade live, there's just a small monthly charge to use the brilliant resources of NinjaTrader, which are very vast. In fact, NinjaTrader has allowed me to be able to design my Boomerang Trader software. So let me give you a brief synopsis of how this works. This is a NASDAQ chart, which is what I highly recommend for trading the U.S. stock indexes. You can use the ES, which is the most popular, but that's used a lot more now by hedge funds and other groups to set up other strategies other than day trading. So a lot of the moves aren't as smooth as NASDAQ. You can also use this on the German market, for example, on DAX, on their contract. You can use it on the currencies. You can use it on gold, crude oil, silver. You can trade it with any active day trading futures contract. So I'm going to use NASDAQ today as an example to show you our indicators. Let me go through these briefly. First of all, here's a regular chart, but not ordinary on Boomerang. Why? Because what we've done is we've colored each bar according to the bias of the bar, which is rated by this small, thin signal line going through here. This signal line is where we trigger our trades from. Now, what happens is, see this arrow here? This opens up a trade channel. That's the shaded area here. The thin signal line colors the bars, and as they move within the same trade channel, when we get a pullback to the signal line, you get an alarmed magenta dot on a short and a blue dot on a long trade. That's exactly where you enter the market and place your trade. Do you see that? It's very simple. Actually, Boomerang shows you exactly where to trade. You just go over and place your trades. The way we do that is we use what's called a chart trader. I'll click this. It's shown here on Ninja. It's very convenient. Sell at the market, buy at the market, flatten out the position, or you can reverse it. You can buy the bids and the offers just as the same way. Now, looking at this chart, the other key features we have are these. We have bias indicator 1 down here, bias indicator 2, and these are all looking for matches. We have a third hyper scalp indicator down here, which gives a little earlier warning of when the bias is shifting. So when you see these three matching, you've got a lot of pressure on that side of the trade to move in that direction, which is what we want. Because as day traders, we want to get out of the trade and get out with a nice scalp, as close to that profit target as we can. And we show you how to do this. It's all part of the package. It shows you exactly where to scalp, what to do, and we also show you exactly how to catch the longer move, what are called runners, or the markets that run, such as the one in this trade channel here. So you have your bias indicator 1, bias indicator 2, and hyper scalp down here alerting you when to trade. On the chart itself, we have these several indicators which are called chart patterns here. For example, the primary one is this red line, which forms the signal line with this white line. This red line crossing, you see this orange line here. That's our core pattern that we use. However, in addition to that, we also have the dynamic trend bands, which are shown here as this magenta line here, and this cyan-colored, bluish-colored line here, which changes to magenta also. Now, what's exciting is when you combine these simple bias indicators with our chart patterns and our trend bias, dynamic trend bias indicators here, what you end up getting is confirmation on 5 different levels where to take a trade. Leading it, you have the trade channel opening. We confirm by seeing that the dynamic trend band has changed up here. The bias indicators, these on bias indicator 1, as long as these histograms are below the 0 line here, whether gray or red in the case of a short, or gray or green in terms of a long, and you have the matching on bias number 2, exact color, green or red, and on the hyper scalp, you can just take a trade to the signal line and hold that trade for a pullback to the target, which is usually between 6 to 8 ticks is what we like to scalp. We're scalpers on Boomerang Day Trader. That's the safest way to get in and get out and then wait for the next trade setup. So when you see these matching here, red up here, new trade channel, everything on the go down here on the red side, you trade that signal line, which is, as mentioned, it's alarmed and dotted, so you know exactly where to get in. Over here, you simply go over here and go sell at the market. That'll set up a trade parameter on the chart, and you take the trade. You can set up exact brackets which will take you out automatically, and get you out automatically in a stop as well. So it's extremely convenient, and I've designed it so that it works in the smoothest way possible, whether you're a brand new trader or you're a long-time experienced trader. Now, one feature that's really unique, for example, the dynamic trend bands, is notice when the trend band crosses the slower trend band here, or the number 2 band, whenever you get a crossover, we have about an 80% winning ratio of the trades making a surge in that direction. As you can see, they do. The crossover is right about here. We get a surge here. Same thing here. When this changes color, you can confidently buy at that pullback to the signal line with everything matching. And when you get a crossover, you'll usually get a surge to the other side. What's great about using my new dynamic trend bands is when you don't get that surge crossover, then you see everything shift to the other side. You can confidently, and especially up here, take a trade in the opposite direction and indeed look for a larger scale surge on the next crossover, which occurs right here on the opposite side, which in this case would be to the downside. Now you can see as I pull the chart over, that's exactly what happened. So in conclusion, that's all there is to Boomerang Day Trader. It's really that simple. You don't need a lot of elaborate indicators. You just need the best ones in the industry. And I've made it a hobby over the last 10 years to look at every service out there in the futures industry, every system and everything that is being offered. And you just have to trust me on this one, but you can rest assured that you're starting at the top with Boomerang Day Trader and my advice. I also have a trading course, and I also have backup support system for you when you become a Boomerang owner for life. I will answer any email questions that you have. Just email me your question. I'll answer it as quickly as I can. I work round the clock, so I'm always available. I just wanted to show you how simple this is to use. Now, trading's not simple. Trading is always going to be challenging. The truth is, I've had surgeon clients who've bought Boomerang and they're trading, and they've gotten back to me at seminars and things and told me, what you do is more complex than what I do as a surgeon. Well, I was astounded, and I said, why is it? He said, well, in surgery, we have known protocol and reactions to things. We've pretty much seen just about everything that's going to happen out there in a surgery, and we know how to react. We have an established protocol. But in trading, it's wide open. You never know what can happen. There could be some news. There could be some surprise breakout of a war or something. Or indeed, all of a sudden there could be peace and the market shifts and goes the other way. And there could be all kinds of reactions to different news and different things. So he was explaining that to me, and I was astounded. So we take trading very serious here, but there is risk, and one should always be aware that trading is risky, and only risk capital should be used. It's very important to understand these disclaimers of the CFTC and the NFA. Moving forward, let me show you some more setups on Boomerang so you can understand. Again, as a review, we have our 3 bias indicators. We have our chart patterns here. Once the red line crosses the orange line, we look for that continuation until we see the end of the move. Well, that end of the move is shown here on our dynamic trend bands. Notice how as the move ends, the prices cross over on this side here of the dynamic trend line. This is another indicator I forgot to mention. It's called the bias accelerator. When this arrow prints here, this triangle, this tells you to watch for a stronger move in that direction. It's an industry first, something I've built into Boomerang, and they're very effective. They're about, I would say, 60 to 70% effective, which is a high ratio in trading. You can see one here telling us on this bar, look for a downside. Here is one here that failed. Market reversed. Here's one here that gave us a long signal. You can see it made a huge move to the upside. Here's a sell bias accelerator indicator, made a small move to the downside. And again, here's a bias indicator to the upside, and up they go. So again, I forgot to mention that, so I'm adding that in there now. But our dynamic trend bands are really incredible because generally about 80% of the time, extremely accurate. When you get a crossover of the dynamic trend bands, you get a move in the direction. And again, with the colors matching, you have a clear picture of how the trend is going. As prices cross over here, they then cross over the secondary trend bias line. This has already changed to blue or to buy, so you could buy in here. You're catching almost the exact bottom, yet not taking a chance on these bottom and top fishing moves, but trading with all the support of the bias indicators and everything to make sure you get the right side of the market. Cross over here, you can see runs up, prices cross over here, end of the move. Do you see how that works? Cross over here, downside move. Cross over here, a choppy upside move, but this is coming into the later part of the close of the day. Again, we have many different rules that are very simple to understand, maybe about 5 or 6, that show you how that guide you through your trading for the day and how to catch these trend moves. So that's the synopsis of Boomerang Day Trader. The total package for Boomerang Day Trader with our enhanced indicators, our trading course and everything is a discount. Normally all put together would run about $1,800. The total package is just $13.95. That's a complete price, and again, that includes lifetime of emailing with me. If you have any questions on Boomerang Day Trader and you need help with anything, we can assist you. We have ongoing seminars and webinars, and we also have video tutorials that I try to do almost every week or every 2 weeks. We have a vast library in the blog that I showed you earlier of video tutorials. So just go to www.boomerangtrader.com and you can look at the library of video tutorials similar to this one and see how to work with Boomerang Day Trader. So thank you very much, and if you have any questions, please feel free to email me at mohan@daytradersaction.com. Again, that's mohan@daytradersaction. Thank you very much, and feel free to email me with any questions, comments, or any information you need to know on trading. Thank you again.